Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for stopping by and checking out our videos. My name is Nate, and we are Tactical Goons. So today's going to be a multi-part video because I've got multiple firearms to go over. Busy road here behind me. I'm up in Garden Valley today. So today I'm going to be running this guy right here. Got a couple upgrades on this. So picked up this one up on Sunday. This is the Smith Wesson, their M&P model M&P 1522. So it's AR-15 chambered in 22 long rifle. And then I put on a FDE buttstock, just a standard stock buttstock, as the die-free company. Kung Fu grip, and then their Tiger Claw up front. And then I have the dead air suppressor. And then the optic is a SIG Sauer. It's the Romeo 7S. Trying to get it all just kind of look good. So I did order some 30-round FDE magazines for it as well. And then some FDE rail scales and dragon scale textured. So I'm going to get this zeroed in. I'm running today. The ammunition I'm running is CCI Stingers. They're 32 grain at 1640 feet per second. Over here. Over here. Camera's like, where'd you go, Nate? Where'd you go? So we're going to take a run with this right now and see how it does. It's funny as I just zeroed it on 42 grain 970s or 980s, my subs, and then just fired it now. And I think it's way off, but we're going to find out. So let's see what we got. This is actually a little bit louder than my subs, obviously. Let's give it a run. Let's get 3 shots on that. I think they're right in there. It's funny as I use my DNT optic, my Thermite in day mode, obviously, because it goes out to 20x. It's my spotting scope. And because it has the quick disconnect, it makes it easier to take it off the rifle and put it back on the rifle when I need it. So looking at my target, 3 shots. Oh, that's at 100. Let me get all the way in on that. Stabilize this. It's wobbly, shaky. Come on. And they're all right in there. Looks like I've got one outside of the circle at about 4 o'clock. Or maybe I don't. Maybe that's just debris. I think it's debris. I'm going to try to bring that in where it's literally like right in on the dot. So let me make an adjustment here. So based on that, I need to, where'd you go? I need to come down. Let me just come down a couple clicks first. So we're going to go maybe 2 clicks down. Oh. Danger. Will Robinson, danger. All right. Let's see where that gets us. I'm going to shoot at that bottom one. You know, I think I liked it better the way it was. do that and then shoot at that top one and see what we get. That's butter. That is perfect. And I'm just zeroing this in at 25 yards. That's perfect. And again, these are the CCI stingers. So 32 grain, 640 feet per second, and a little bit snappy. But let's run this out, and then I'll run some of my subs so you can see what that sounds like. I think we got maybe 3 left. 3 moss. 4 more. And then you get bolt lock. Safety zone. So again, these little magazines for the 22 LR, they're pretty cool. And I think they're, I said 30 rounds, they're not, they're 25 rounds. So I apologize. And yeah, fuck ISIS. So I'm not going to load up a full 25 of the subs. Well, I might as well. And I'll speed this up because it takes a minute. It has a little lever you pull down on, so it makes it easier to get all 25 of these little bitches in here. So I don't think I would ever use that for any kind of coyote hunting. It's just not. I don't think it's an ethical, even though these are varmint, the stinger rounds, they refer to them as varmint rounds, but I think it's probably more for like squirrels, maybe rock chucks, stuff like that. Whistle pigs, you know, little rodents. It'd be good for that. Rats. If you're doing some rat mitigation in a barn or something, run these little guys. But definitely, I mean, it would probably take a coyote if you're like 50 yards and in, and you have real good shot placement. It's going to get them. So I just think though it's you don't want to injure the animal and have it get away and then it's out there and suffering. Don't want them to suffer. So these are my subs. Listen to them. I think this is actually louder than my Ruger 1022. But it's like a staple gun. It'll kill you. I'm just hitting everything up on the hillside. Bolt lock. So that is dialed in. So the Smith Wesson M&P 1522, typically when you buy it, it comes all black. So black buttstock, black regular angled grip, does not have this on it. And it has its own M&P. It's the red and green dot, but I didn't like it. My eyes didn't look at it too well. Didn't look through it too well. I want to say the price on this was $600, $500 or $600. So yeah, had some goodies on it. So fairly inexpensive to have a nice little 22 long rifle to go out and varmint hunt. We're going to shoot rock chucks, whistle pigs, stuff like that. So that's it for this guy. So it's dialed in. So the next one, I told you it's multi-part today. Next one we got, I'm going to have to put my ear pro in for this because this isn't suppressed yet. So this one is the Ruger LC Carbine chambered in 10 millimeter. So this guy is heavy, which is a good thing when you're shooting 10 mil. Does have a folding stock. Holds up pretty nice. Not too large. Well, when I put my primal on it, though, the primal's pretty long. So the primal comes off relatively easy. It's just direct thread. So the stock is a little bit weird to get back out. You have to kind of pull it out and then flip it out. It has fire and safe on the side. Safety. Ambidextrous is on both sides. Mag release is on this side, just like a pistol would have it on the side there. And then the bolt release and bolt catches right here as well. So if you push that forward, bump. So you can either charge it. It does have bolt lock, so if you have an empty magazine in there, the bolt will lock backwards. It does come with a threaded barrel. The thread pattern on this is kind of weird. What is it? I can't remember. I did pick up an adapter though, so I can put the primal on here. So it's like a 5 7/8. I don't know. I'm stumbling there with the details. I'm gonna put right here on the screen. That's the thread pattern for it. What I put on here is a little riser. So when I put my hollow sun on it, this is the 510C green dot. When I would get on it here, it was just as low as it was on the rail. I was really having to kind of put my head down, try to get it. Losing my microphone. Is the microphone still on there? Did I lose it? Oh, it's still on there. It's on the back of my head. Be careful there, Nate. So yeah, when if I flip out the magnifier, like right now at the riser I've got on it, it's perfect. It's a perfect height. But before it was too low, I was having to really get my head down. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to just, put my head on it and just have a good sight picture. And then 3x if I need it. So it's just a little cheapo from Amazon. So turn this around so I get my microphone back up front. 45 bucks, I think. But I got a Holosun 510C green dot, and then the Holosun 3X is behind it. So it does have a folding, not folding, but it has the folding stock, but also the butt stock goes in and out just a little bit. So it's not a huge adjustment. That's about it. It's non-reciprocating charging handle, so don't got to worry about that thing biting your hand when you're shooting it. But let's get at it. Let's see how this is dialed in. 10 millimeter. But I got to get my Air Pro in, so I'll be right back. Well, we talked about this before. Got that auto. This is what gives me the spidey senses. One thing to note though, if you're wearing these autos, or if you wear any in-ear protection, do make sure that they're seated properly before you fire your weapon. I've had mine come out a little bit and not realized it or not paying attention to it, and then fired. I was like, oh, I should have checked my ear pro to make sure it was in the ear canal completely, blocking off that noise. Because you don't want to damage your hearing, which I already have. So magazine that comes with it is from, it's an SGM Tactical, made in Korea. It's a 30 round magazine. So, and then also Glock 10 round or 10 millimeter mags will also, Glock 30 round 10 millimeter mags will also work. Did I say that right? 30 round 10 millimeter, yep, Glocks. So, but I have this is the one that came with it, but I did order an extra one. So I just like to have 2 magazines. I mean, you can go overboard and have 6 magazines, 10 magazines. For me, I like to have at least 2. For this little guy here, I'll have 3 because I got 2 FDEs in the black one. So, but it's nice to have one magazine that you're running, another magazine that you've got loaded or loaded. Someone's loading. So, you know the drill. You know the drill. So let's run this and see. This is first shots. First shots, boys and girls. So, and the magazine goes in the grip. And if the bolt is forward, that's one thing to make note. So if you lock the bolt back, you're going to have an easier time putting the magazine in, have mag lock. If the bolt's forward and you have a full magazine, just like with an AR, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to get it to stick. You can always do the push-pull, make sure it doesn't fall back out on you. So I'm going to chamber that first round. So we are hot. Gun is currently on safe. I'm going to take off that 3X cover. I'm going to use that just to see how this sets. Again, I'm going to move my hat a little bit for this. Let's take a peek and see how she runs. I'm going to lift this up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go safe again. I'm actually going to, I do this from time to time, I'm going to go down and fix my targets. I'm going to put some new stickers on. So let me reload this. Man, that's a tough one. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. The range is pretty nice. Where I sit up here, I don't think the camera can see what, I don't know if it followed me out here or not, but I'm set up on a side over here where I don't need to go cold to put stickers up. If I was on the other side of the range, that side of the range goes to 100 yards. There's multiple lanes, but it's a flag system where you've got to go hot and cold when you're switching targets out. So I like this side over here. And again, it's good for 50. But if I ever have to go to 100, I got to be on that side over there. Or I go to the Emmett range or Parma. Plenty of ranges to go to. Does it see me? Is it going to recalculate? Come on. I'm right here. You see me? Well, it does see me. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I put these little guys on there. They show up real well when you hit them, like a yellow color. So let's run this. Let's run this. I have the Z-Slayer with me today too. I got that H3 buffer. So I'm going to see if I can successfully run a full 30 round mag with the Atrius development super safety selector. Might run, might not run. Well, we're going to find out. It's been a while since we've been out here running stuff. So again, remember, we're going to have that problem if you don't lock your bolt back. Load up. We are on safe. We are ready to go. See how she does. I'm going to go on that middle one. So see if it's off. We're hot. First shot. And my stigmatism really gets me with these dots. Stupid eyes. You almost got to go cross-eyed so it shows just one dot. So the trigger's a little heavy. It's a little bit heavy. I'm going to go safe. And we are low, which isn't bad. So looking at my shots right now, I am literally just at the bottom of the circle. So I'm going to come up maybe 4 inches. Windage is good. It's just the elevation is off. So use the right tool for the job. bring this up. Where are you at? Here we go. So I said I want to come up. I'm going to go up. Try that right there. I don't do the math on it, so let's try going for that top one. All right, let's get it. Let's get at it. Going hot. The brass was breakdancing. So that was much better, but I'm still down a smidgel. So I'm going to bring it up maybe another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to go to the right, maybe 2. 1, 2. Going hot. I'm going to shoot for that bottom one. Everything fell off over there. God, this light is just telling me something. No, I'm leaning on the table, but that's okay. So, okay. This bench is a little bit lower than I like, but that's all right. I can still get on it. All right, so I'm going to come down and left. 1. I can't see which way that is. All right. Let's go for the center. And those are just right in there too. I think we're good. That's what it needed. Just a little loving is all it needed. We're good. All right, that's perfect. At 50. So typically, like my PCCs, pistol caliber carbines and stuff like that, depending, I will normally zero them. I think my SIG MPX, I've got 0 to 25. So because this is a 10 millimeter with the 3X magnifier on it, I think zeroing this at 50 is better for me. So if I need to go up further for something, I can do it. So I don't know. There's been some complaints lately about those FRTs running them at the range. You get the FUDs. And if you're a FUD, don't be a FUD. You know? People are like, what's a FUD? Elmer FUD. Oh, you know, they come out to zero their rifles to be able to go out and hunt deer. I think we still got a couple of, what are we, November? A couple of weeks left of deer season. So depending on what unit you're in. But yeah, I hear those single shots and I know that they're there. And I've had the sheriff call on me before. So yeah, don't want to have that happen again. Because most of the time they don't even know. They come up to you. And when they came up to me and I told them I have an FRT trigger, he's like, "What's that?" So I had to explain it to him. But let me walk around. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can run that. Maybe I won't run. Maybe it's gonna be the same crap that it was last time I was here. We're gonna try to run this one more time. So last time I tried to run it, it like double fed, something I'd never seen before. It was like almost 2 rounds trying to go in the chamber. So but let's get a a better view of this. And let's see what she does. Again, Atrius Development Group's Super Safety Selector. Once I run it, I'll probably have to pack up and go, because someone in the neighborhood's going to call, right? Jeez. Yeah, that was a good one. And she bolt locked. Empty. And she ran. She ate. Where's the sirens at? Are they coming for me? All right. So I proved that that was nice. And she's still smoking. So yeah, that was fun. That's why they call it the fun switch. So again, if you're interested in finding something like that for your AR, it's not fully automatic, believe it or not. Even though it seems like it potentially could be. If you slow down the video, you'll actually see my finger doing this. Pop, 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 pop. So every shot, my finger was pulling that trigger. Ding, 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 ding. So the company's Atrius Development Group. The first thing I got prior to having this was the Delta Team Tactical. Their FRT is a force reset trigger, which I don't think you can get them anymore because there was some kind of conflict with some other company that makes a similar trigger. So I don't know if you can or not. The Delta Team Tacticals, they might be gone. So but that was like $550 for that trigger, where the Atrius Development Group Super Safety Selector, just a selector switch 3-position, safe fire and super safety. I think it's about $200, less than half. So it does the same thing. There's a bunch of companies out there right now making these types of things. So that's who they are. Go check them out if you're interested. Well, it's brass. So, but I'm going to go ahead and run some magazines in the M&P 1522 on some steel, and then I'm going to run a couple of magazines on the Ruger LC Carbine 10mm on the steel. And when you hit that steel and a 10mm, it is a huge difference compared to like my SIG MPX and 9mm. That 10mm thumps. It thumps good. So let's run some magazines. I haven't loaded any, so let me load some magazines. So Ruger LC Carbine, chambered in 10mm, Holosun 3X. And I always do that. It's like you're gonna forget that, Nate. You're not gonna chamber that first round very well if you don't lock the bolt back first. All right, let's run this. She's a hard hitter. Ugh. I need to be on the receiving end of that. Because it's heavier, it actually gets back on target a lot easier than you'd think. But not comes back down pretty quick. And I think my microphone, when it's hearing that loud noise, it quiets down the microphone. So when I start talking again after shooting, it's probably quiet. So, yeah. And there's bolt lock. It's weird as it's like I'm trying to release the magazine over here, and it's not. It's on the side like your pistol would be. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's just, you're gonna have to get used to some things when you're doing it, you know, when you're running it. So this one's bolt locked in. The safety is up. All right. Smith Wesson M&P 1522, chambered in 22 LR. Little light furniture upgrade. We talked about that earlier. So it is an AR style receiver, lower receiver. The lower receiver is polymer though. It's not aluminum. And yeah, so it's kind of weird feeling, but it's fun. So we are locked, loaded, and we are hot. And these are my subs, so they're gonna be quiet. That's it. I like it. And it's small enough, you know, without the suppressor. I do believe, though, that this is a 16-inch barrel. Might be 16 and a half. But it's so dirty. I mean, I'm just looking inside that action there, and it's just a filthy mess because of that. So 22 LR is filthy to begin with. Rimfire is a very dirty round anyways. So then when you run it suppressed and all the gases come back into the action here through blowback, really makes a nice mess for you to clean up when it's time to clean up. All right, well, I am going to run this one more time, even though that person just pulled in. But it's funny, the way you do this is you pack everything up, get the truck ready to go, get the truck started too, and then grab that last magazine, just dump it, and then make a run for it.